and welcome back everybody. Today I'm going to teach you the basics of the weapon crafting in Destiny the Witch Queen. They made it super complicated as usual, but I hope that I can simplify it a little bit more for you. Now, to get this little crafting bench area, you're going to have to unlock the Enclave, and to do that you just have to complete the first mission in the Witch Queen campaign. After that, you'll get tasked to create a weapon. Now, once you get to this screen here, you're going to have two options here. You have shape and reshape. We're going to shape right now. We're creating a new weapon. The first weapon you're going to create in the game is going to be a new weapon type, the Glaive. You're going to see these different types here, but you can't make these yet. You're going to have to unlock some other stuff before you can make these. The only one you can make at this point is the Enigma. Now, once you click on it, you're going to see this option here. You're pretty much creating this weapon from the ground up. So you're going to start with your weapon frame. You have a few choices down here, but the only one you can actually use right now is this very first one. It is the Adaptive Glaive, and it costs some Resonant Alloy and some Glimmer. Now, to get Resonant Alloy, you get it from doing a quest line a little further into the main story, and then it's going to make it where every time you a chance whenever you dismantle some armor, like some purple armors and stuff, you might get one of these Resonant Alloys to drop. Now, once I got 5 of them, 10,000 Glimmer, I can go ahead and apply it, and that will give me the first part of my weapon. So now that we have our frame, we want to put on some perks. So starting at the first category, I have these two right here that I can use, and then one, increases range, decreases shield, and then this one is pretty much the opposite. So it costs a neutral element. The way to get neutral element is pretty much, it's like the universal thing that you get in this game for this season. It's something you're going to get quite a bit of when you do activities and just missions and quests and bounties and stuff like that. You'll get it. It's not too difficult to get it. You are going to go through a lot throughout this season. So we're just going to start with the Ballistic Tuning. Now we're moving on to our second perk, and then same thing, you're spending 75 on this one, and then once you level up your weapon, you can come back here, and of course you can make more and have better perks on it, like light mag and swap mag. So now we're going to the third category. This is the traits slot, and these traits are going to be some of the better perks, like blocking damage with your shield increases movement until you lower your shield. It costs 300 neutral element, and then so on and so forth. Now, as you rank up your weapon here, you're going to see that there are some new resources here. You have Ascendant Alloy, Energetic Element, and then of course the green, the neutral element. Now, these purple ones, it's the one in the middle, like the Energetic Element there. There's different ones. So you have Adroit Element, and then Energetic here, and then I think there's like 4 total. The way to get those is, if I pull up my inventory, I have this red weapon. It's got this red border around it. You get these weapons from doing different activities. Pretty much anytime you get a weapon to drop in the game, it has a small chance of being one of these weapons. And then what that does is you have to attune it. So if you click Y on it and you go to your last weapon mod slot here, you have 2 things you can choose from. Now, to choose from those, you have to complete this attunement progress, and it says activity completions and usage of this weapon will progress it. So pretty much you have to get kills. It's not a lot of kills. It's like 100 kills per weapon. We'll max it out. Or you can complete some harder difficulties and it'll give it like 33% or more. So once you fill this up and you complete this here, you have a choice between these 2 down here. This is pretty much your rewards. So you can pick this one, which will give me plus 12 Runeous Element and 200 Neutral Element. Or you can pick the one that has the Adroit. So pretty much this weapon has Runeous or Adroit. And depending on what I need for my weapon and what kind of build I'm trying to make, I would choose that. So you just get a bunch of these red weapons, max them out, and then choose whatever you need them. I do recommend maybe throwing them in your vault. Don't get rid of the red weapons because you may need them at some point. And also keep in mind that once you complete this, it's got the red border. Once you complete the attunement progress, it just turns into a regular weapon like one of these. And that's pretty much the only difference between the regular and the one with the red border. So once you've done that small grind, you can socket one of these in here, assuming that you have the required weapon level. So that covers the purple elements. Now onto the Ascendant Alloy. There are only 4 ways that I know of right now to get these Ascendant Alloys. One, throughout the Witch Queen campaign, you get like 2 of them. The second way, Raul at the tower sells them once a week, but it's like 400 legendary shards, so it's pretty expensive. So the only other way is to head over to Finch. Now over here at Finch, you're going to have to level up your reputation, and then you can unlock these replayable activities and the harder difficulties to the Wellspring activity, and then this will award you some of those Ascendant Alloys. Beyond that, the only other way that I know of is you're going to have to go to the gunsmith, and at like rank 16, he sells one. I don't know if he only sells just one of them or if he has a certain amount, or you can buy him every week, but that's the only 4 ways that I know of how to get this. I'm going to go ahead and slot this in. It's just going to be neutral element, and then I'm going to go over to the same thing and then slot another one because I haven't leveled this weapon up yet, and I don't want to burn through these resources. Now, these empty memento sockets, those aren't something you're going to have right away. You have to do some higher end stuff and just get lucky. It's just going to grant you unique cosmetics and trackers for your weapons, nothing based around stats. So quick recap, you are slotting your frame, you are getting your perks, and you have to gather the resources to get those. And then once you're all said and done and you want to craft this weapon, this resources here is the total of everything that you just did. So even though I've slotted stuff in here, I haven't spent anything yet until you hold A and you shape this weapon. Now once you shape it, it's going to give you the weapon. This is mine that I made at the beginning of the game. I have it up to weapon level 10. It takes about 100 kills or so to completely max out a level, and then so I'd go from 10 to 11. And it's really not that difficult to level them up. The more you level them up, the more, like, the better perks you get. So now that I have done that first step, I have my weapon, I've leveled it up to 10. If I wanted to change anything on it, I would go over here to reshape. I'm going to go to my weapon. It's only going to show the weapons that I have, the weapons I've already crafted. So I've only crafted a couple of them. So I'm going to go over to my special, go to my glaives. And then this right here, it says it's currently equipped. You cannot reshape it when it's equipped. So I have to go to my inventory, swap it out, and I have to have it in my inventory. Go to reshape. We're going to go over to the thing, and then now I can click on it and reshape it. So this is the perks that I've already had. This is this is my weapon right now. So if I wanted to change it, since this weapon's a higher level, I can now go ahead and put these enhanced intrinsic perks on it, and it'll give me some better stuff. You know, this would be handling, if I want range, which I have on it, and then if I want reload speed, I can do that. Same thing, level up, I have these perks unlocked now. So I'm not going to reshape anything because I'm pretty low on neutral element, and I also think it's a good idea to fully max out your weapon. Get this though, I think it's like weapon level 16 or 20 or so. Max that out and then set your weapon up how you want it, because it is pretty costly and those Ascendant Alloys are hard to come by. And then of course you would finalize here. So in recap, this creates your weapon from the ground up. You then level up your weapon and then you change it whenever you want to. Now, there is one more thing that you need to keep note of. If you come over here to the relic conduit, actually, sorry, it is over here. Go to your shape. To create weapons and to get patterns, what you have to do is, so let's select a random item here. So like this one, this Tarnation, it says pattern has not been unlocked. The only way to unlock this is you have to get like 2 or 3 of that weapon with the red border, and then you have to attune it. Once you attune it, it'll unlock this pattern, and then you can rebuild whatever, rebuild this weapon from the ground up. So let's do something. Since I already have this Palmyra rocket launcher, I have the blueprint already, and that is because I keep getting it to drop for me. So if you pretend this is locked, I would have to come to my inventory, and I have 2 of these Palmyras, and I would do the attunement progress, and once I do like 2 or 3 of them, it'll unlock the blueprint, and then I can create my own rocket from the ground up. See, it's gray, and then as I add more perks and stuff to it, it'll turn it into a higher tier weapon, and then I'll get the purple legendary version here. So that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope this video was helpful. I know it's still kind of confusing. I did what I could, but it's not the easiest, and it is something that's really grindy in this game. It's just that much more that you're gonna have to do. But the plus side is you have more control over your weapons. You have a better chance of, crafting the god roll weapon that you want instead of waiting for RNG. So it is pretty cool. I really hope this video was helpful for you. I'm sorry that this video is longer than I normally like it, but it's a really complicated process. I hope the video was helpful for you, and if it was, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video.